Hey everyone, it's Lori from Scraps by Sissy. Happy Thursday! Are you ready for some new shenanigans in the studio? I will warn you, I have 3 dogs in here. Didn't know I was a pommy mommy doggy daycare lady. Yes, I did. I'm taking care of my sister's 2 today, and you never know what's going to happen with those 2. They keep hearing the neighbor's dog going off, and so the noise ensues. So, how's your week going? I hope it's going well. Let's see. If you happen to log on and join me this morning, make sure you tell me hi. If I don't say anything, please don't take it personally. You know me, I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So stamping and talking and looking at the camera just isn't going to happen. So today we are playing with the April paper pumpkin. I'll show you what's in here. These are the 2 ink pads we're going to use today. These are my projects all cut and ready to go. Okay, so I'll show you that when I get ready to show you the other ones. So, it's called Change is Beautiful. And I know there's a lot of people that just didn't really care for this set. That's when I find my biggest challenge, when it's something that I'm not overly in love with. I push myself to create things that I think are cute. So this kit makes 9 cards, 3 of 3 different designs, and of course we're going to cut them all up. There's your stamp set, and this is the one that just kills me. I don't do bugs, so I couldn't even put the little die cut on anything. That's how bad I am. Butterflies, I'm all about them, but caterpillars, not so much. And we'll set that there. Oh, and it comes with a big sheet of dimensionals. And here are these little, I don't know what they are. They're funny little shaped bling. So there's that. It comes with a Melon Mambo ink spot. And then I really like the die cuts though. I have to say I really enjoyed those. And I'll show you my stuff here in just a second. Oh, we're going to need this one here for my card. And then I really like this card base. I had a tough time getting them to work the way they're supposed to, and it's not because they're hard. I couldn't get it right in my head. Don't ask me why, bless her heart. And then here's the other one, and then the last one, which this one wasn't bad at all. And then of course it came with these beautiful envelopes printed on the insides. I'm hoping that someday we'll get them printed on the flaps too. So, I just love that wash look. So, I'm not going to do any envelopes today because I will be using these envelopes when I go to send these cards out. So that makes our process a little bit quicker. Let's put all this stuff away. Now, I will tell you, if you aren't a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, next month might change your mind. It's going to be all about the new in colors that are coming in the new catalog that goes live on Tuesday. And the kit is called Celebrating in Color. The kit is going to have 10 cards, 2 of each, and it's going to focus on all the in colors. Plus, there's going to be a golden voucher in, I forget how many kits they said. But anyway, when you subscribe, some of the boxes are going to have this voucher, and it's worth $25 that you can use on any order. So take a chance. And again, the best way to do Paper Pumpkin, if you're brand new to it, is do a prepaid subscription. For the 3-month is the best. Especially during Celebration, because then you can get a free item out of the Celebration catalog. But like for next month, just do a 1-month prepaid. And I'll have all of that in my blog post. Plus, I'll have links to the Paper Pumpkin site so that you can read the information on that too. So let me show you today's projects. I'll start with my layout. Oh, and if you decide to go shopping today, here is the link to my blog that'll have the links back to my online store. And then this is the host code for the end of the month. So there you go. So here is my layout, and I am using a piece of 12 by 12 basic white, and I went with, and I didn't even look at the elements in the kit to see what the exact colors were, because on the back page of that instruction sheet it lists all the different colors. Good morning, Beth. Anyway, by looking at this flower, I assumed it was polished pink. Don't ask me why. And that's what I pulled out for this. And it goes very well, especially since I was using Bermuda Bay ink. And then I used a piece of the Pattern Party Designer Series paper, which is getting ready to go away by, I think it's Monday is the last day you can get this as a host item. I love that paper because the front of it's all different color patterns, and in the back they're all different black and white patterns, and it went perfectly with that card base. You can see right here. I could have taken some white and sponged it on there, but I like the contrast with just the plain black and white polka dots. When I originally started working on this layout, I was going to incorporate this part of the card, and that just never happened. So let me give you the measurements on that. The measurements are, the base is 12 by 12. My polished pink is 5 inches by 11.5 inches. The Pattern Party is also 5 inches by 11.5. And this piece of Bermuda Bay is 3 inches by 12. And then I matted my photos on some basic white, 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. These two pieces are the flap, or the fold on the card. I just flipped it over to use as my journaling mat, and I incorporated that little flower, and then of course elements from the kit. The stamp set I used for my date is, I think it's Days to Remember as the stamp set. It was new this year in the annual catalog. It is carrying forward. It's a cute little stamp. I liked being able to stamp the date rather than handwrite it. And I will tell you, I used a ink spot in Bermuda Bay from a prior kit because the dates, they don't have the year dates on that stamp set. It's a block of dates like you see on a calendar. And I was able to get in there and ink just the numbers that I needed and stamp accordingly. So fun stamp set. And then the sequins I used, they are from another previous paper pumpkin. I just couldn't get those other ones on here. It just didn't look right to me. So I used those. I have a wood mount stamp case that I keep all of the embellishments from paper pumpkin kits, and this is when they come in handy. And I'll show you the cards. Let's see. Oh, they're right here. Hello. All right, these are the two cards we're going to make today. You can see this one is pretty close to what the original design was. I basically cut the card base, and then I'm adding some of that ombre glimmer paper. And this is a book fold. Really simple. Everybody has a different niche in life, and I think mine is casing. Here is another take on that book fold. And I added a piece of the Designer Series paper there. This was the original card I was going to do, but I needed to bring this piece in so that I showcased all three cards. So let's start with this one today. And this is that ombre paper. It is retiring. I'm not sure if it's still available or not. I'll have all the item numbers listed in today's blog post. Let me give you the measurements to this card. The card base is in Bermuda Bay. It's cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. I took one of the card bases from the kit, and this one was just a traditional card, and I cut them at 4 inches by 5 1/4. This is the front. That was the inside of the back layer. My glimmer paper is also cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And then this card base is in Melon Mambo. It's cut at 4 1/4 by 11. It's scored at 5.5 and 6 3/4, And then I cut up the one card base into a 1x4 and two 4x4s. This one is where the crease is, so we're going to run some adhesive on that to make sure it stays flat. So now we'll get started. And I'm going to use mini glue dots to secure that to the back of the card base. Get out my mini glue dots again. This little kit is stuff from all the mini glue dots and dimensionals from prior kits. So it's good to keep all of that. You just build your stash accordingly. Thank you, Beth. This was one of those kits that I struggled a little bit coming up with other designs. And like I said, I think my niche in life is not so much like 3D projects or anything like that. My mind doesn't work that way. But man, I can case something with the best of them. So we're going to go stick with that. So I'm just going to pop out all of these little die cut stars. And you could keep them, make a shaker card or something, which now I come up with that idea, right? All right, so we'll just save those for another day. We'll put them over here on the side. And now I'm going to add the glimmer paper with the glue dots. And we're just going to add them under here. And, oops, this is where the take your pick tool comes in handy with all of those sheets of mini glue dots. I know some people don't really like them, but they are easy to pack and take with you when you're going to a crop or a retreat, something like that. A little bit, oh, we missed one. Get him out of there. Where'd he go? There we go. One more up here. And then we'll pop off these tops. And, oh, it's so quiet in the studio. I probably shouldn't say anything, put that out there. Those dogs will go off any minute, especially if they hear the neighbor dog. Okay. One more. Little dots everywhere. And somebody's sure to get them stuck to their fur and bring them in the house. Okay, so now we're just going to set this right on that glimmer paper, and the stars and the moon are going to shine through. I'll make sure I cover up the corners. There we go. Looks like we're going to need to trim a little bit, huh? There we go. We have just a little bit. That's what happens when you use two different trimmers when you're trimming something, but we're going to leave that. We'll leave it like that for right now. Let's see. Let's add that to the card base. Again, it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And we'll use our Stampin' Seal. And add that to the card front. You see that little teeny shimmer at the bottom? Looks like it's supposed to be there. Now, can you see that shimmer? Does that help? I can't see the... There we go. It just gives it a nice little glow. Now I'm going to... Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the little star in the kit. So we'll get... It's got a little die-cut star. Excuse me. And we'll add him, there he is right there. Add him with a mini glue dot, not a mini glue dot, a mini dimensional, because we do have some of those in here. Get him to pop up a little bit. I guess I could have put a sentiment on here, but I wanted to keep it pretty simple. So we got that shooting star there. And we'll add some of the rhinestones, because I thought they went better with the stars rather than whatever those things are supposed to be. Let's see. I'll put another one down here. We'll put, oh, you know what? Let's put a bigger one. Let's put a big one right in the middle of the star. And like the picture shows, we'll add some of these little ones down the path of the star. Now that's a blingy card, don't you think? You know me and bling. Oh, let's add one more just for GP. There we go. Okay, so our front is done. So this one we're going to stamp using Bermuda Bay. Bring all that Bermuda Bay in. I have my stamps up here. And we are going to use Every Day is a New Day. It's not very straight on the block. These are two colors I like to stamp together anyway, is Bermuda Bay and Melon Mambo. They go so well together. Okay, stamp him in there. The shimmer paper does make those stars stand out. That was the first thing that came to mind when I saw that card, because I knew it needed some extra bling. Because, well, you know me and bling, right? And I think we're about running out of, we're running out of adhesive. But I know where I can get some, being I'm standing right next to my adhesive stand. And again, if you ever have any issues with this adhesive, all you have to do is call Stampin' Up! Demonstrator Support and they will take care of you. They always stand behind everything. Just pops that in like so. Okay. Make sure this rolls up. Like so. Okay. Stamp this on, put this on the inside, and this card will be done. You know how quick and easy that is? Oh, I forgot the clouds. How can you forget the clouds, Lori? Bless her heart. Okay. Make those things stand up. And we'll use some of the brand new dimensionals. Put that up. And did anybody happen to notice my fingernail polish? That was not intentional. That just happened. It must have been subliminal messaging when I was doing my nails the other night, knowing that this was coming. We're going to put this one. Oh, I have a, well, we'll stick him right over that. We'll put him down here. We don't want to cover up a rhinestone. There we go. So the first two cards are done. I think I like it better with the bling coming down the shooting star trail. And you can see the difference in the glimmer papers, since this was on the lighter side of the ombre. So it really pops with the darker side. All right, let's go and start with card number 2. And again, this is a book fold. Let's put this, clean this mess up first. And simple, simple. Normally I've seen most book folds with ribbon, but I decided not to use any, just to keep it simple. So we've got it scored at 5.5 and 6 3/4. We're going to add some adhesive just between the two score lines. And then we're going to close the book. I'll be here all week. And then you open the flap like that. All right. So then this is 1 by 4. We're just going to add that in here, in between the end of the card and the score line. And here's that card base. I'm going to run some adhesive right across that score mark so it stays flat. Got a runner. Glue this to the front, just like this. Make sure we're in the seam. Okay, great. So we're going to stamp the flag. What did I do with my flag? Is it sitting here? Oh dear. I know I had the flag. Okay, does anybody see the flag sitting here? And we're off. Oh, here it is. Oh, she, bless her heart, she does try so hard. Okay, we are going to have to trim this down because I don't want to cover up the cocoon. So we'll stamp the sentiment first. As soon as we find my stamps. And then we'll punch it using the banner pick-a-punch. Okay, so we're using Melon Mambo. And we're just going to stamp it all the way to the edge of that stripe. Make sure it's straight. Pretty good. All right, let's close this. We'll just move this over. Now, I know my punch is here. Here we are. You know, Stampin' Up! Has a tendency to coordinate with everything. I remember before I became a demonstrator and I was going to classes at my previous upline, Karen, I would get some of the cardstock and coordinate it with stuff I already had, so that always helps. Okay, so we're just trying to get this in here straight. Let's see how we did. It's okay. Will it fit? And it does. Let's get some dimensionals on this bad boy. These are some mini ones from a prior project, or a kit, I should say. And we'll set this up here. There. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead. I gotta add some rhinestones on here. Sorry. These flowers are just calling for the rhinestones. Let's get a bigger one here. And then another small one. Put one over here. Now, don't those flowers look better with the rhinestones? Let's go ahead and bring in a couple of these so we say we used some of the ones from the kit. I'm not sure what these shapes are supposed to be. I'm just going to set them on the leaves. I don't know if they're supposed to be cocoons or what. Let's put this one over here. Okay, so there's our card front. Got that done. So for the inside, we're going to stamp, and I think, here it is. I think this is my favorite sentiment. May this new season hold wonderful new experiences, which goes perfectly with that. And we're just going to stamp it in the cloud. Make sure I got some ink on there. And he just barely fits in there. Perfect. We'll glue. Oh, you know what? I wanted to stamp a butterfly in here. Although he is bigger than the birds on the paper, but that's okay. We'll glue him down, and we will have finished the two alternate projects. Just like that. Oh, you know what? Let's put some Wink of Stella on this guy. Mowgli. That's why I brought this out. Give it some shimmer. As if we didn't have enough with all the rhinestones, right? There. Because aren't those kind of an opaque look to them in real life? I don't know that I've seen one in real life, but pictures I've seen look like opaque. Okay, clean up my mess so you can see our card. So there's our two book folds with the alternate book fold. I didn't put a sentiment on it because as I got done with this like this, I thought, you know, we need to pull this one in. But that gives you an idea of that one. And then these two. So what do you think? They're quick and easy. Just cut up your card base and you're good to go. All right. I thank you for stopping by today. Don't forget to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin for next month's opportunity to, where did I put the, you know, my workspace is only about this big and I still can't find things. Oh, here it is. Bless her heart. Don't forget to subscribe for next month so that you have an opportunity to see if you can get one of those golden vouchers worth $25 from product. Not to mention you get to play with all those new in colors. They're just so happy. All right. Again, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a great Thursday. And if you caught this on my YouTube channel, be sure to give my video a thumbs up. You know, that whole algorithm thing. I'd appreciate it. Have a great day, and I'll catch you next week. Bye.